Hi, kids. So I just wanted to review some of the ideas that we've hit the last couple of days and use that as a way to springboard into the instructions for the graded discussion that is going to occur. Graded discussion, first of all, the rules of this. I don't want you to raise your hands. I want this to be kind of more of a Socratic seminar, if you've ever done something like that, where it's more of a conversation. And I want you to try your best to connect to what someone previously said. We've talked about this before. Oftentimes we're just waiting and waiting and waiting to say our piece, that we're not actually making connections to what other people are saying. And that is an important part of this. We want to try and stay on topic as much as possible. Let an idea kind of linger through 3, 4, 5 comments before we move on to the next one. I'll provide some guiding questions along the way if need be. And just relax. This is meant to be very low key. You are amongst your peers. No one is going to be judging you for anything that you do or say, or if you get nervous as you're trying to talk, it is okay. Just try to relax as best you can. In terms of preparation for this, today we really tried to look at making connections across these civilizations, and we want to then move into tying those connections into larger themes. So with that in mind, here are some ways that you can earn points. You have to hit 3 things total. That's it in order to have full credit. So how do you earn those points? Making some sort of a comparison across civilizations, showing some sort of contrast across civilizations. Now, you don't just get to blurt that out. That should be in connection with the topic that is being discussed in some way. Answering a question and using a detail to support it from the textbook specifically. It has to be a specific detail that you're using to refer back to the textbook. If you're able to connect an answer to some sort of broader theme that we're going to see historically speaking. If you're able to use one of those other skills that we kind of set forth in this classroom, one of the 4 C's, to help you to do that, that's great. Explaining how some historical event may have influenced the civilization, maybe discussing a specific person. That might be relevant to the detail from the textbook as well. You can kind of mix and match there. Using a detail to explain how an answer might influence the future. This is going to take some thinking because you have to already have some knowledge of what happens after these early civilizations in those locations, and then be able to sort of connect the dots across time. So it's not terribly difficult, but you can absolutely try to make some inferences there. I think that's definitely appropriate as long as you're supporting it. And then finally, asking a pressing question. You can't get 3 of these, you can only get 1. When I say pressing question, what I'm really talking about here is think of an essay question you might receive. It doesn't really have a correct answer. It just depends on how well someone can support it. So maybe it's a question that goes a little bit deeper into a topic that is being discussed by another classmate. Maybe it's leading us down a path to try and draw some different connections. Those are the types of things I mean by asking a pressing question. If you have any questions before we get going, let me know. We'll take probably about 30 minutes to do this tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes and then kind of go on from there. Have a great night, and I'll see you then.